The name is International Stacker, coming to you live from Boca Raton, Florida. This is my last night on this vacation with the family, so I will be live streaming market close tomorrow evening from my normal rig down in Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart. But I wanted to give you guys a quick update tonight. My laptop I used the other night, totally dead on battery, so using the iPad here, we're gonna go through some different charts and some different things that are going on. I've got 4 important facts that you all need to know before tomorrow. So I'm gonna give it about 30 seconds here and let some people join, then I'm gonna jump into it. If you're watching this after the fact, you could just fast forward maybe 30 seconds and you'll get right into the brief, but I wanna make sure maximum people are on before I jump into it. Welcome everyone to the stream. Please smash the like button, please share the stream. I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of 4 things you need to know before tomorrow. Again, I'm here to help you read the tea leaves of the market, decipher truth from fiction, and identify opportunities that you could take advantage of. So we're gonna give it a minute here, let a bunch of people join up, and then I'm gonna jump straight into the 4 topics that you guys need to know. Again, the name's International Stacker, coming to you live from Boca Raton, Florida. Now, before I jump into it, we'll let a few more people jump on. But right now in silver, and this is the iPad, sorry, the computer died, 73.44 right now after markets. The Asian markets are open. We are nearly 9 o'clock, 8:53-ish to be exact. So this is what's going on. Another 6 minutes here, we should see more volatility as more markets open, but 73.47 on silver. An important thing, again, before I jump into it with you all here, 72, let's make sure this is up to date. 73.01, 73.48. So ladies and gentlemen, we are in backwardation more than 41 cents. 41 cents in backwardation. The market is broken, and I'm about to give you guys 4 things that you need to know before tomorrow. But really quick, I wanted to update you. This is the Shanghai Gold Exchange, Futures Gold Exchange. And right now it's trading at $78.28 US, which is 17,630 yuan. So they've had some volatility in their market as well. JP Morgan Chase moved part of their trading desk allegedly to Singapore. We'll talk more about that, but the gold to silver ratio is currently 59 to 1. And here is gold on some pretty decent green candles. We're on our 5th 5-minute green candle with gold at 43.58. Okay, now that we've got a decent amount of people on here, I'm gonna jump into it and give you guys the 4 things you need to know before tomorrow. And again, apologies for the setup. I am at a hotel last night of the family vacation in Boca Raton, mouth of the rat, Florida. Tomorrow morning, I'll be booking it back down to Key West, and I will be live streaming market close, the normal setup, the good setup tomorrow evening, and I will do a walk and talk in the morning. Okay, so here's the 4 things you need to know. First off, I want to show you this tweet that came out from Just Dario, and I know it's black and white. I've got limited technology here, but remember one of the watch out situations I told you guys about in this morning's walk and talk. I said, be on the lookout. One of the watch out situations is for repo market monies being provided by the federal government through the repo market. The repo market is a market that was put in place after 2008 by the Federal Reserve. It's overnight operations, 24/7, and banks that need emergency liquidity, they can go there and trade or temporarily sell bonds, government debt, and then they can get a quick injection in cash. So what happened last night is 25.9, so basically nearly $26 billion was taken out of the repo market. And right here, Just Dario says, if banks needed cash post-margin, let me try this again. If banks needed cash post-margin against their silver paper short positions, surely they got some from the Fed that just lent them $26 billion through the standing repo facility. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2nd largest withdrawal operation since COVID. This is the 2nd largest one, nearly $26 billion. And this same night when this happened, and we had kind of that flash crash in silver, over 41,000 positions were liquidated over that night. Remember, and I'm not going to get into this part in depth, I covered it this morning and yesterday, but remember the margin rate hike happened. It's colloquially known as a margin nuke. It's meant to shake out the weak hands. It's temporarily in the short term bearish to the market, longer term it's bullish. And why is it bearish? Because it forced 41,000 positions to be liquidated overnight. And we saw what happened. We saw that big attack back in December that filled, early December. And then we saw it in October that filled as well. But it did have a temporary beat down on silver this last time around, but we came right back. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We're starting to climb back up here on silver, 73.54. And everyone panicking today. Silver crashed, help us, it's going to zero. Like, this was literally the all-time high, like less than a week ago. Less than a week ago, we were all dancing in jubilation about 73.55. So do not let it dissuade you. So that's number one thing you guys need to know before tomorrow. What's up, Slow Stacker? Here's the number two thing you need to know. Times like these, there's going to be a lot of fake information out there that looks like it could be real. So that's why it's important to have an open mind, read everything objectively, but check, check, check. There's been a rumor going around all day that a bank failed to meet a $230 billion margin call last night and that the bank's going under. Well, Bob the Bullionaire did some research. I retweeted the tweet on my, or reposted the tweet on my X, previously known as Twitter. But Bob the Bullionaire looked it up, and it appears that is a fake news story that was propagated in big part by the Asian AI guy. So again, these AI channels, Asian AI guy has like 10, 20 channels now. A lot of the stuff he says is true. A lot of the stuff he says is unverified, and some of the stuff is just straight up false. Remember, AI channels are meant for max views, max integration and interactions with humans, and how do you do that? Sensational stuff. So that story appears to be fake. But I'm reporting on it now to let you know, and I reported on it during the day earlier on my X. There are reports, there are currently reports of shortages going on, not only on online bullion dealers, but in physical coin shops across the world. So I'm about to show you guys something that SD Bullion said today, but if I want you guys to let me know, are you seeing silver shortages in your coin shops? Or have you tried to order off an online bullion dealer and you couldn't, they were out? So if there's a shortage, put shortage and put the state, or shortage and put the country. Let's see what you guys put in chat, and that can help inform this. But while you guys are doing that, I wanted to cover this. This was a tweet, and if for everyone just joining, please smash the like button. I'll have my normal streaming set up tomorrow evening. I'll be going, I'm in a hotel right now, so bear with me. But Silver Trade put out this tweet saying, some major players in the space are completely out of physical silver, says SD Bullion. We were met with skepticism earlier when we updated Silver Trade readers that the wholesale silver market in the US has been decimated by the $14 silver slam, with major wholesalers quoting 3 to 4 week delays on most silver products. SD Bullion just released a market update which confirms the initial what we initially received from the bullion industry, stating that some major players in the space are completely out of physical silver. And if you see here, this is an official statement by SD Bullion in the bottom. This obviously puts stress on the system. Some major players in the space are completely out of physical silver. Ladies and gentlemen, this crash today, which again, the crash today, and we're still trading at the all-time high less than a week ago. So this major crash, to me, has been a blessing in disguise. Thank you so much, COMEX, for letting us all buy the dip. A lot of people have been waiting for a dip, and there we go. But remember, there's a lot of online bullion dealers right now that do not have kilo bars of silver for sale. And here's what I think in part is going on. Besides all the normal stress and everything else going on, I think it's very likely because, let's look at this. So if we look at Shanghai, $78.26 silver is currently trading for. If we look at us, US, COMEX, 73.53. So 73.53, 79.25, about to be back over 80 right here in Shanghai. So what is that, like a $7, $6 or $7 delta there premium? So I believe that there's entities, whether they're Chinese or American or whatever, that are buying up a lot of the silver, especially the kilo bars and 100-ounce bars, which usually people say no one wants them. I think that stuff is right now going to the east. From the west to the east, we're seeing a literal bank run on silver and gold, because if you can get silver to China right now and you have the right connections to liquidate it and get the funding out of the country, which you can, you're looking at a $6 per ounce premium. Times that by hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands and millions of ounces. I believe that's what we're currently seeing. And this is why, with this margin nuke that the COMEX enacted, and we saw the 41,000 positions liquidated overnight, they can only do this so much. If they do this for too long, it is going to accelerate the drain from silver in the west to the east and further break the silver system. Remember, at the beginning of the stream, we looked, the silver futures, is currently 73.02, and the silver spot price is 73.63. So we've been in 50 cents plus backwardation for pretty much the whole day, at least every time I've looked. Here's the fourth thing you need to know, and you guys got a sneak peek at my sneak peek at my little notepad here. The fourth thing you need to know is that today, as of the 26th, hold up, there's a train, 1 second. Sorry about that, that was a train. But what you need to know that's very critical, and smash that like button if you found this stream, is 63.8 million ounces in the COMEX will settle today. 63.8 ounces in the COMEX will settle today. That means that it could possibly and most likely be going for delivery. What does that mean if 63.8 million ounces right now settle out of the COMEX and it all goes for delivery? As of the 26th, the COMEX only had 127 million ounces of silver available. So if this happens and it all goes, that's nearly half of the liquid silver gone in just one day. Ladies and gentlemen, remember what we've been talking about for a long time. We are still seeing 100% a silver short squeeze, but normally the silver short squeeze is in the paper market, which we're still seeing, but this is the first time in a long time, if not ever, that we've seen the silver short squeeze on the industrial side of things, to where literally industries, companies that make solar panels, whatever, cars, whatever, need the silver, and they're trying to get it as much as they can, and they're driving that price up. Because remember, although in Shanghai, and I'll bring this chart back up, they're trading at $79.26 the US equivalent right now for an ounce of silver in China. Actual silver in the streets trading in excess of $90, ladies and gentlemen, and it's getting worse. So, unlike 1980 and 2011, when we were in a silver production surplus in the United States, now we've been in a silver deficit for the last 5 years plus. The last 5 years plus, remember, we hit peak silver mining production in 2016. Every year since then, it's degraded by 1 to 3%. It decreases every year because the mines are old, the silver's harder to get. In the last 5 years, we've been in a deficit in the world. We produced about 835 million ounces of silver this last year. We consumed about 1.2 billion with a B ounces of silver, and it's getting worse. It's accelerating. Remember, silver is the best conductor of electricity, the most reflective metal, and it's highly sought after. So what we're seeing in this structure and what's going on is actual physical shortage, the majority of which being industry. Now, there are some investors, there's billionaires starting to get in. Elon Musk tweeted 2 times about silver today, and that's the first time I've ever seen him tweet about silver. So unlike 1980, where we had the Hunt brothers, today we've been in a mining deficit, production deficit for 5+ years. It's getting worse every year, and we've got hundreds, if not thousands, of Hunt brothers out there sucking up physical silver for industry or investment. So I just gave you an update on 4 things you need to know before tomorrow. If you missed it, make sure you watch this live stream again once it ends. I'm going to take questions here in a second. But you got to know those 4 things before the market opens tomorrow. And here's a 5th thing. How do you get free silver? Ladies and gentlemen, I am about to break 50,000 subscribers. And if I break 50,000 subscribers by January 1st, I'm giving away 17 ounces of silver to you, 5 ounces of copper, and some gold. This year already, I've given away over 100 ounces of silver on this channel and some gold. If you've won this year on this channel, please put winner in big, bold in chat so everyone can see it. Please, guys, like the stream. Please subscribe. Please turn on those notifications. Help me to get to 50K. And maybe one of you or multiple of you are going to be getting free silver to start off 2026. Is that not mega or what? All right, I'm going to do a session here on taking questions. So if you have some questions, please put them in chat, and I will go ahead and address them. And look at all the winners we've got in chat. A lot of winners. I saw a few people say loser. Hey, just keep trying. Keep trying. You never know. We got a question from, Pakistan Zinda in the house. IS, watch that red candle on your laptop bounce on the yellow line. We will be at 80 before you know it, and then 90 plus in 7 days. Thank you. So Pakistan Zinda is saying that this is going to bump up and we're going to be above 80 here in the short term. And my laptop battery is dead. I forgot the charger, so I'm on an iPad here. But again, Shanghai, we're trading for 79.25 equivalent US. Gold to silver ratio is 59:1. And gold is having a pretty nice climb here as we're doing this emergency update stream tonight. How many of us poop Bitcoins? I did not look out of the thousands of how many. Yeah, so people are talking about crypto. Remember, I started out in crypto, guys. But yeah, what's your opinion on AI Asian guy? Worth the watch? Ginger, here's what I'll say. AI Asian guy has now anywhere between 10 to 20 different YouTubes. His videos do really well because it's made to draw on your emotions, fear, like the whole thing about 1,000 pages in, there is hidden a law, they're gonna confiscate your silver. Not true. This recent thing today about this bank that failed and they didn't pay a $2.3 billion margin call, fake. So a lot of the stuff Asian AI guy says is real, is true. And the AI, of course, says it very good and delivers it well. But in every single video, there's portions of it that are major conjecture and some stuff that's straight untrue. And again, those channels are made for max interactions and views. So I would say if you want to watch the video, cool, but take it with a grain of salt. And if there's anything salacious, before you hang your hat on it, do your own research. We've got Wicked Sticky Flowers channel member saying, they're going to confiscate my silver. No, that was the thing the Asian AI guy was pushing. Thank you, Bob Barrett, for subscribing, becoming a channel member. Really appreciate that. That serves mega. Yes, could this cause hyperinflation? Will safe harbor trading? Yeah, I mean, we're already headed that direction. I do not believe our government is going to let it get to the hyperinflation level. I believe they're going to usher in a new currency before that happens, just like in 1971 when Nixon took us off the gold standard. So could hyperinflation happen? Certainly. Remember, the US dollar today is worth about less than 1% of its buying power. And if you've ever had a grandfather, grandmother, or maybe your parents, or maybe someone in your family say, I used to be able to watch a movie and get dinner and all this for like 35 cents. Well, what is 35 cents in 1964 and before 90% constitutional silver today? A lot. So things have not got more expensive. You've lost your buying power. Remember, the Federal Reserve is a private entity. It's not federal, and their goal is a minimum of 2% inflation, not conspiracy. It's on their freaking website. Totally dirty. Will dealers buy silver at 100 plus? Yes, Copper 002, I believe they will, and not a financial advisor. Here's why. We're not even to the FOMO stage yet, fear of missing out. We're headed in that direction, but we're not there yet. I believe once we break triple digit silver, and remember, my target for the year was originally at the beginning of the year was $50 silver and 4,000 gold. I made those calls before it was popular. I got major pushback. I got all kinds of crazy hate for it, called a silver pumper. And evidently I didn't pump enough because we broke that in October. October, I revised my targets to $75 silver, 5,000 gold. And I said if we hit that, I believed in the first quarter of 2026, we would be breaking triple digit silver. And I believe we are gonna be breaking triple digit silver. And when that happens, the news media is gonna start hyping it. Everyone's gonna start hearing about it. That's when I believe the FOMO phase starts. Do I believe when the FOMO phase starts that that's gonna be the top of silver? No, no. But when the FOMO phase starts, and even more than now, everybody wants silver, yeah, the coin shops are gonna wanna buy your silver from you, the majority of them, because they're gonna be able to sell it at a hefty premium to everyone else trying to get in. And guys, remember, like Mike Maloney said, silver is going to become unobtainium. What does that mean? You're not gonna be able to obtain it. So a metal that you can't obtain, unobtainium. Mike Maloney, Hidden Secrets of Money. If you've not watched it, on YouTube there's a playlist, go watch it, it will change your life. And if you've got a family member on the fence about gold and silver, that will change their perspective. International Stacker says, Marty, new viewer, trying to wrap my head around selling my silver later for worthless fiat. You guys, when I talk about selling silver, for me, my plan, again, my plan is diamond claws, long-term hold. But instead of selling it for paper dollars, I might trade it in for other assets. So either just do a lateral trade if it's allowed, or if not, liquidate it for cash, then move it into that other asset. What might that be? It depends on the market on that time and what's going on, okay? It depends. If I think we're at a top of silver and we're gonna have a decent pullback, I might shift it into gold. I might shift it into real estate, depending what it's doing at that time. Right now, that would be a horrible thing to do, because real estate is overvalued and crashing across the United States right now. Believe it or not, it is, although the news and the big business and everyone tells you it's not. So when I get to that point, I'm gonna tell you guys, I share my entire journey with y'all. I tell you what I'm doing so you can see what I'm doing and hopefully learn from my triumphs and hopefully learn from my mistakes. So I will tell you when I go to do that. TN Artist is saying, I've traded assets for silver at my LCS, which brought the price I spent down. Awesome. Yeah, guys, when you trade for silver or gold, or you trade other assets into it, that will lower your dollar cost average, and that's an amazing, amazing thing to do. Waiting for housing to crash first. I mean, it's not crashed yet, but it is going down. Florida's decimated. A lot of states are having some problems. Texas, certain areas in Texas. If you want to know more about the real estate and the current market of it, there's a YouTuber, great guy, Reventure app. Go check him out. Robert, IS, what do you know about Reggie Middleton's very silver coin that is peer-to-peer transactions? Here's what I'll tell you. I started out in cryptos, ladies and gentlemen. I was mining Bitcoin in 2013. I was contracting in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I met an American contractor. I taught him how to mine Bitcoin. And he said to me, I'm a stacker. I'm like, what does that mean? So then I went down the rabbit hole of silver and gold. I went all through history, like back to the very origins of it to now. I went deep in it, and I realized that that stuff, you know, physical gold and silver has 5,000 years plus history. So at that time, I moved a lot of my assets from cryptos into physical gold and silver. I still play around with crypto for a little bit, but all that to say is I see crypto as more of a trip to the casino, where I see gold and silver, something that's tried and true, time tested. Do I think there's room for crypto in the future? Yeah. Do I think it's technology that's revolutionizing things? Certainly. But when I have limited assets, I'm putting them to what I think the best bet is gonna be. And for me, not a financial advisor, that's been gold and silver. So I hope that makes sense. I know what you're talking about with Veritasium, I think is what you're talking about. And that coin is extremely hard to get. It's not traded on a lot of systems. I know he's working to get it approved, and he'll have a monopoly on it when it happens, but I've been hearing that for a long time. In 1980, you could buy a home with 100 ounces of silver. Do the math. Or 1,000 ounces. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, we got over 1,400 people on. If you want to win some free gold and silver, I gave away over 100 ounces of silver last year and a bunch of gold. I'm giving away 17 ounces of silver this year if we break 50,000 subscribers by January 1st. We're almost there, so please like this stream. Please subscribe. Please comment. And I'll be announcing soon how to enter that one. We got remote viewer saying, I do not trust crypto personally. I need physical precious metals in hand. I get what you're saying, and the answer from the crypto folks would be, well, you could print out the private keys and you could have them in cold storage, or you could have them on a wallet like a Trezor. But for me, like, I work in emergency management, guys. Remember, I travel the world helping cities, states, countries prepare for, respond to, and recover from disasters. And in time with strife or governmental overreach, the internet can be controlled. If we switch to a digital currency, which all governments want because it's max taxation and max control, that could become a problem. So that's why I love physical, tangible gold and silver in your hand. No one could shut it down. You don't need internet to run it. Now, theoretically, you could trade Bitcoin phone to phone and it's like a mesh network, but like, again, where is that actually practical? Yes, you not got a beer in your hand. No, I do not have a beer in my hand tonight. Instead, I went for one of these Fresca mixed vodka spirits. So I'm sipping on that tonight, you know, last night of the vacation. Then I'm gonna be driving, speeding home tomorrow, and I will be live streaming tomorrow evening, market close, from my normal setup. If you guys are just finding my channel, my normal setup is way better than this, I promise. And I will be doing a walk and talk in the morning to give you updates of stuff that happened over the night to prepare you for the trading day. And if you join this live stream late, I gave you guys 4 things that you need to know before tomorrow. 4 things. So make sure to watch this live stream back once we're done because you do not want to miss out on that. Pakistan Zinda saying, click F1 to go full screen on your, it's not a laptop, it's my iPad. Can I do that? That's full screen. Unfortunately, it's an iPad. So I'm limited on what I could do, but right now let's get a check. Silver's at 73.49. Futures 73.02, still in full-blown backwardation. Shanghai, we're trading at 79.45, looks like. Let me refresh this. 79.35. 59 to 1 gold to silver ratio. And gold's pushing 43.56. So we're pushing, guys. And again, for everyone just joining, if you're panicking about the crash in silver, we're at 73.47. That was literally the all-time high. We were literally rejoicing on my live stream not more than a week ago. That was an all-time high. So do not panic. Diamond claws, I mean, obviously do what's ever best for you. I'm not telling you how to trade or what to do, but I'll tell you what I'm doing. Diamond claws, diamond hands, I'm not selling. I'm actually buying more. And I helped 2 family members today add more silver to their stacks. Let's see if you guys have any more questions to put in chat. Yeah, silver up or down tomorrow. I think initially in the morning, I think there's gonna be another attack on silver, but I think it'll be short-lived. I think over tomorrow, we'll start to see silver trend back up, and already it's trending back up. Like if you see this, that's from that gap up and then that flash crash. And then we went up and then up and kind of sideways. So like we have 2 very defined, and I can't even draw on this version. Man, this on iPad kind of sucks. Yeah, I can't even draw on it. But if you see here, we've got a very nice channel forming here. Why did you help family members buy? Bob asks. Because they wanted to buy. So they asked me for the best deals, and I helped them find the best deals and helped them to get the most silver for their fiat currency. New bottom. Well, look at this, guys. Oh, another watch out situation I gave you guys this morning. So remember the repo market, we had nearly, what was that, 26 billion injected overnight into banks for liquidity. But wait until we see what the COMEX traded. Tomorrow I'll show it, what the COMEX traded on Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. It's gonna blow your mind. Friday, it was nearly 1 billion fake paper ounces of silver that was traded. Rat Stacker needs an LCS sale. She does. So for Rat Stacker, we give her like different, Rat Stacker's my daughter, guys. She's also the Goblin. And we give her like cards she can redeem for things. So we gave her a travel in time card that she could buy an ounce of silver at the price of when she was born. So if she gives me that card, she gets to buy an ounce of whatever silver she wants at the price silver was when she was born. That's called an alert, or a travel back in time. How many of you guys wish you could have a travel back in time card? Okay, Geronimo Mocat, 1 second, train, hold up. Hold up, train. So Jerome in chat is saying, did anyone find out what bank collapsed because they could not cover their shorts? I covered that in the very beginning of the stream, the 4 things you guys need to know, and that appears to be fake news, primarily propagated by the AI Asian guy, okay? So that appears to be fake news, not true. Bob the Bullionaire did major research on that. I retweeted it on my X. If you want to go see the receipts on that. International Stacker, iPads suck, but disable Stage Manager. Settings, home screen, disable Stage Manager. I don't know, man. I'll tell you what, man. I'm just letting this thing run. This is an emergency stream tonight. At least we have this. I thought I wasn't going to have anything. Shanghai 79.34, 59.29 gold to silver ratio. Gold 43.56, but silver, we're getting some positive action here in silver, but we're not out of the woods yet. Remember, we're still over 50 cents in backwardation. Backwardation is when the silver futures price is cheaper than the spot price, and that means people want the silver now for more expensive, more premium than in the future, and that usually signals a tightness in the market, a lack of physical silver, and illiquidity. I'm not talking about coin shops and all that. I'm talking about the big bullion vaults. No IS, no party, says Chromium. That's funny. Okay, the Asian guy, I've been seeing many of those different channels. It's mostly credible. And okay, so I've given this opinion like 1,000 times, but the Asian AI guy has 15 to 20 YouTube channels now. A lot of the stuff he says is real and well delivered beautifully. Some of the stuff he says is major conjecture with no proof, like the one video where he's like, I got contacted at 4 in the morning from the secret meeting with the big banks. This AI guy got contacted by big banks at 4 in the morning. I mean, come on. So he says a lot of stuff like that you can't confirm. And then he's said stuff that's straight up not true. Not true at all, and like propagated stuff. So remember, those AI channels are meant to give you just enough truth to hook you in, and then give you something sensational, a lot of times fear-based, to get you to watch, share it, interact with. It's made to get max money, max interactions, max views. Sorry to say it, but that's the current fact. See you at the fun show in Orlando in 2 weeks, says Jack Gelman. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there at the Fun Coin Show in Orlando, Florida, one of the largest coin shows in the nation. So if you wanna meet up with me, email me at internationalstacker@gmail.com. You will get one of only 100 I Caught the King Crab challenge coins. You will get that for free if you catch me in the wild, so I will be doing that. For everyone just joining, make sure to watch this live stream back at the beginning once we're done. I covered 4 important, key, critical things you need to know before tomorrow. So please go back and make sure to watch that. I hit it very quickly. You can put it on 2 times speed and go through it really quick, but it's important stuff for you guys to know. Funny how the Asian AI guy came out of nowhere all of a sudden. Yeah, he did. You guys should read his X account. It's wild. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we are doing good on this chart. We'll see what continues to happen tonight. We did open up, get past 9, doing well there. Shanghai's headed back for $80 an ounce. So that's positive movement there. And I'm happy we had this crash. To me, I call it consolidation, pullback. It cleanses the system. It gets out weak paper hands. It helps establish new levels of support if you're into technical analysis. It's a very bullish thing. Like, is it ideal? I mean, I think so. Nothing goes straight up forever except for the US national debt. That does, but nothing goes straight up forever. And the straighter it goes and quicker it goes, the harder it falls. Would love a king crab coin, but hard from Scotland. Chromium, you never know when I'm gonna be in your backyard. I was just in Poland and the Czech Republic. I think my next trip, guys, is gonna be to Australia and New Zealand. If you want me to do that, put Ozzy in chat. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining, I live stream from all around the world gold and silver adventures, and you guys helped to direct me. It wasn't that long ago when I was live streaming at the Great Pyramids of Giza, and you guys told me to get on the back of a camel, and I literally live streamed from the back of a camel, buying gold and silver coins around the world. Lots of fun. how safe is it still trade? It's dangerous. Like, it's safer on an ETF than it is for futures. Remember, futures markets, both long and short. Long is like the green candle, you want the market to go up. Short is the red candle, you want the market to go down. Both of those are extremely leveraged. Right now with this new hike, you only have to pay about $27,500, give or take, depending on what you're doing, to have a whole 5,000 ounce contract. The $27,500 is a good faith deposit, but you're responsible for all 5,000 ounces. And if there's a lot of volatility and they do what's called a margin nuke and raise the margins and you can't come up with that extra money, like imagine when they just raised it 15%, and imagine you had $10,000 in it, and then all of a sudden you have to come up with 10% of $10,000 or $1 million and 10% of that, $150,000. Like, imagine that. So then people get liquidated, they get destroyed. Not a financial advisor, but do not trade on leverage. Us small fish trading on leverage against the big bankers who can hit a button and do anything they want, or go to the Federal Reserve repo market and get liquidity when they need it. Dangerous, dangerous, and I think foolish thing. That's exactly right, Silver Pug. If you do not hold it, you don't own it. I would rather stack up on physical gold and silver, so no matter what attack that the big banks or Federal Reserve does, no matter what they do, I'm protected. Remember, shields are made of metal, and as Lynette Singh says, physical gold and physical silver. Paper trading's fine, says Big Dummy. Just know you're allowing them to manipulate it, but you get what you invest. Yeah, I mean, if you want a paper trade, more to you, just not my thing. Canadian Crabs, has any of you received your gold back? Oh, guys, if you were the first 1,000 people to enter the Mega God, then you had to actually claim it. You got a 1/2 gold back, and I know they've been arriving all over the world. I know some folks in Canada got them. I know some folks in the UK got them, so keep an eye out. But if you haven't got it yet, let me know. Send me an email, internationalstacker@gmail.com. Only if you claimed it. Don't send me it if you just want one now or heard of it or didn't claim it, because I have records of who claimed it. And I'll make sure you get it. Yeah, and for those guys that's just coming in, again, watch the stream from the beginning. When I'm done, I hit 4 important things that you guys need to know. Should I just do the 4 things again? You guys, we've got probably all new people on the stream. Do you want me to hit the 4 salient points again that you need to know by tomorrow? If so, put 4 points in chat. Let me see. Let me see. I'll do it again if you guys want me to. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do it again, but what I ask for you is smash the like button, share the stream, and please subscribe. We're so close to 50,000. Once we hit 50,000, if we do it by January 1st, I'm giving away silver to you, 17 ounces and some copper. Okay, here's the 4 things, again, that I wanna cover with you. Overnight, now, this morning in the walk and talk, I gave you guys a watch out situation to watch out for, several of them. And one of them is when banks were taking money out of the Federal Reserve repo market. What does that mean? The Federal Reserve, since 2008, has an emergency overnight market. It's actually open 24 hours a day. It provides emergency liquidity to big banks, big institutions that are qualified. And what happens is those banks come in and they're supposed to temporarily sell bonds and government debt to the Federal Reserve, and they give them the liquidity, the paper money they need. So overnight, and this, we did not know this morning, overnight, nearly $26 billion was taken out in the dead of the night. And this was after a reported $17 billion was taken on last Friday. This $26 billion is pretty much 98% confirmed. The $17 billion, we're not sure if it's 17 or 20 billion or 14 billion, but we know money was taken out on Friday, but most believe it's 17 billion on Friday. Now, I do have right here from Just Dario, and again, part of the technology, I'm coming to you live from a hotel. I'm in Boca Raton with Mrs. IS and Rat Stacker on a vacation. We held sloths, we held little kangaroos. It was lots of fun. Tomorrow I'll be back to the studio in Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart, and I'm gonna have my normal setup, so bear with me for this. But just Dario said, if banks need cash to post margin against their silver paper short positions, surely they got some from the Federal Reserve that just sent them $26 billion through the standing repo facility meant to be used for emergency liquidity. And what you can see here, $25.95 billion was withdrawn. This was the second largest withdrawal since COVID. So that's number one. Banks are raiding the repo markets to stay liquid. Is it confirmed it's to cover their shorts? No. But in my opinion, with everything else going on, highly likely that continues to be a watch out situation to see if every night we keep seeing this repo market rated, so to speak. The number two thing you guys need to know for tomorrow. There is reports today of a major bullion bank that failed to meet their margin call. They owed $230 billion. They couldn't, and they were liquidated at 4:15 a.m. That looks like that is fake news. Bob the Bullionaire did a lot of research. He posted it on X. I reposted it on mine, so go follow me, INTL Stacker International when it fit. It appears that is fake, and the origins of that fake was from a single account, and then it was propagated by the Asian AI guy. So there's an example for you. So that appears to be fake news. Number two thing you need to know. Why is that something important you need to know for tomorrow? There's gonna be a lot of misinformation, disinformation, fake news out there. So when you read something or see something, especially if it's sensational or salacious, do your own research before you take it as gospel, because that's gonna affect how you buy silver and gold, if you sell it, if you're trading it, so please be wise to that. Number three thing you need to know, there are reports of shortages going on right now at major online bullion dealers, and I'm gonna go over this next part, but real quick, if you've seen your local coin shop out of silver or gold, or you've tried to buy online and it was out of silver or gold, put out of silver or out of gold in chat and put either the state or the country you're in so we can get a feel for what that looks like. So this is the third point. This post here is by Trade Silver. Some major players in the space are completely out of silver. We were met with, and that's a quote from SD Bullion, we were met with skepticism earlier when we updated silver traders that the wholesale silver market in the US has been absolutely decimated by the $14 slam, with wholesalers quoting 3 to 4 week delays on most silver products. And I was on SD Bullion tonight and they said to please have patience, they're having crazy demand. SD Bullion just released a market update which confirms the intel we received that bullion industry, stating that some major players in the space are completely out of physical silver. And you can see down here at the bottom of SD Bullion's statement, this obviously puts stress on the system with some major players in the space completely out of physical silver. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the third thing. If you're waiting for a dip, if you're waiting for a correction to buy in or add to your position, it is very possible, especially as we break triple digits, I believe in the near future, not a financial advisor, but that is my target, the first quarter 2026, breaking triple digits. That's when I believe the FOMO phase will be in full blast, fear of missing out. It is highly possible that what Mike Maloney coined, silver may become unobtainium. You won't be able to obtain it because everyone and their mom's gonna want it. And remember, what we're seeing right now is a silver short squeeze, 100%. We're seeing it in the paper market, but for one of the first times in history, we're seeing it in the physical market. And what we're seeing is similar to what we saw in 1971 when Nixon took us off the gold standard, because countries got wise to the United States that we rehypothecated the dollar. There wasn't enough gold to back it up. All the countries started sending in their paper dollars and taking gold. It was a literal gold run. We were gonna run out of gold. So Nixon took us off in 1971. I believe we're seeing the same thing here. It's literal gold and silver run. And I believe there are entities in China and other places, and Americans as well. Americans are buying physical silver, taking it to China because of the gap. So look at this premium. Shanghai right now is trading at $79.06 US, while the US is trading at 73.17. So what is that, like a $6 premium or gap? So I believe American and other investors are buying silver from here to go arbitrage it and make an extra 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever it is, premium dollars per ounce for the quick flip. I also believe there's entities in China buying silver here. Why would you buy a bunch of silver in China for $90 or $91 if you could come here and buy it cheaper and keep your factories running, produce your widgets for cheaper? So that is the number 3 thing you need to look out for those shortages. And here's the number 4 thing you need to look out for. Today, 63.8 million troy ounces of silver will settle in the COMEX vaults. What does that mean? That means 63.8 million could possibly all go out for delivery. Some of it won't, but theoretically it all could. As of the 26th, only 127.6 million troy ounces of physical silver is available for delivery in the COMEX vaults. So if all of this was about to go out, that would be almost half of the entire vault silver supply that the COMEX has. Remember, we just hit the point that we're seeing shortages in physical silver at online bullion dealers. We're hitting the point that it's a run on gold and silver from the west going east because they can arbitrage on those premiums. And then we just hit the point that we're in a physical silver short squeeze as well as the paper. And remember, 1980, completely different than now. 2011, completely different than now. Both those years we're in silver production surplus annually and globally. This year, we're not. Remember, we hit peak silver mining production in 2016, and every year since then, the mining production has gone down between 1% to 3% because the mines are getting older, the silver is harder to get, it's not as high grade. So from 2016, we've been decreasing, and we've been in a silver production deficit globally for the last 5+ years, and it's getting worse. This last time around, we mined about 835 million ounces of silver, but we consumed 1.2 billion. Remember, silver is the best conductor of electricity, most reflective metal. It's in literally everything from this phone to this gimbal to this iPad to what you're watching on now. It's in 5G. It's literally in power switches. It's literally in Mrs. International Stacker's yoga pants because it's antibacterial. The situation for silver is gonna get worse. It's needed for AI. It's needed for EVs. It's needed for solar. Buckle up. We are in a silver deficit and it's only gonna get worse. And when you look, 1 second train, 1 second. 1 second train, here we go, here we go. That one is a bit, this one's bigger train. Okay, any second now will be passed. Remember, my 4th point I just hit you with was possibly about half of the inventory being delivered in December. It's possible, unlikely, but it's possible. So ladies and gentlemen, those are the 4 quick points. Please smash the like button. Please make sure you subscribe. Turn on the notification. I am going to be doing the silver walk and talk in the morning. I will be walking past those alligator infested waters, giving you guys the updates of stuff that happens tonight that you need to know for tomorrow. So you guys can be better prepared. I'm gonna give you guys new watch out situations tomorrow. And I am going to, if you guys want me, I'm going to again try to do a baby gator call and attract alligators for you guys to see on live stream. This morning we didn't see any gators, but we saw some big iguanas. So that was the quick update. Again, if you just joined, you missed it 2 times, you're gonna have to watch the stream back at the end of it to see the 4 things that you need to know for tomorrow. Guys, I'm trying to help you read the tea leaves, understand what's going on, separate fact from fiction so you can make informed decisions. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, oh, you can hear me well with the train? I don't have to stop talking when the train passes? I can keep talking if the train passes. Okay. What was I about to say? I was about to say something. I don't remember. I got distracted. 7908. But yeah, if you have any questions, put them in chat. Ooh. Reminds me of Disney with the family, says Crypto. Awesome. No silver left here in Pakistan, says Pakistan Zinda. Dealers calling me, begging for kilos. I'm not selling under 97 to 180, I told them. Only a 10% tranche. I bought at $5 average in 2000. Congratulations, Pakistan Zinda. Toker FX is saying, if we are using more silver than we can produce, then surely the price of gold to silver will eventually become 30 to 1 the long term. Yeah, and I agree with you. We are going to see the silver to gold ratio close over the long term. It's currently 59, 35 to 1. And remember, 99% of gold ever mined is above ground. It's in jewelry, it's in watches, it's in big investment bars, it's it's still here, it's still alive and kicking. 99%. The majority of silver ever mined has been destroyed. It's not, silver to this point has not been expensive enough in value to make it economically feasible to recycle it. It's all been just thrown away in landfills and e-waste and yoga pants and all these different things. Remember, there's tons and tons and tons of silver used in weapons for war. It's blown up across Ukraine and Russia and all other ends of the earth. So the majority of silver ever mined has been destroyed. I do believe eventually that landfills from certain time frames are going to be mined for their e-waste and silver and some gold and other metals in there. But that's going to be difficult. And remember, some neighborhoods are even being built on top of the landfills, so you won't be able to recover it all. So that's something else that's important to know. Pinch me, is this really happening? Yes, wheel life cycle, it's really happening. Okay, let's see. So we're currently at 73.27. Asian market is at 79.08. So that's what we're at currently. And gold has been doing pretty well this evening. Kind of moving sideways now, so we'll continue to watch it. You guys, do these streams help? Do you guys like them? Does it help to break stuff down? Let me know. Okay, I got a question from Dirk Claviller Speiler saying, your opinion, if $1,800 for an NGC tube of 2026 FDI Eagles is good purchase price? 1,800. Eesh. I don't know, man. I'd have to look into that. I'll tell you what, now with the silver price going so crazy, premiums have really come down. But I wouldn't be stacking numismatics. Like, I'm trying to stack weight. If I can get numismatics for close to spot, I will do it because it's better premium on the back end once things normalize. But I'm not stacking high premium items like that. So it kind of depends on you and what your strategy is. And I'd have to do some research to see if that's even fair now with the price of silver. It may or may not be. I'd have to look into that more, my friend. Sorry, I don't have a straight up answer for you on that. I did see a question from Chad. Are refineries taking silver again? I know from the public light, yes, they are. Many refineries are taking silver again. Some are not, still not taking a bunch of the 925 and stuff from pawn shops and coin shops, but they will take them from you. So just go into Google, type silver and gold refineries, find one near you, it'll have a phone, just call them and say, hey, do you buy silver and gold from the public? Okay, I've got 90% or 95 or whatever, and see what they say. But yes, many refineries are now buying from the public again, and they are starting to buy 90% silver again, and some even 95. Will silver price go down more from 73? It could, Nature. It could, but I think this attack is going to be behind us soon. I expect to see another decent attack tomorrow in the morning. How long that will last for, I don't know. Traditionally, the attacks recently have not been lasting a long time. So I believe we're going to be moving through this attack, doing some more consolidation, shaking out some paper hands, and then moving higher. So I think we could start to see that materialize over the later part of tomorrow. Again, not a financial advisor. Chris's Concert Corner saying FDS and FS are not special when you go to sell. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Chris's Concert Corner, on that. I would just focus on premium silver close to spot. Okay, International Stacker says, Toker FX, I have been trading and watching YouTube for years while working away. Your live streams are one of, or if not, the best on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you for that feedback. I'm glad you're finding it useful. Yeah, and I'm not advocating for melting of 90% silver, but a lot of coin shops do it to meet payroll. I get it. It is what it is. So my job is to give you guys the information, what I know to be true, and you can do it with it whatever you want. Do I hate the melting of constitutional silver? Yes, but it's happening. It is what it is, and you guys need the information. Just because I report on something and give you guys information doesn't mean I agree with it, okay? Chad is saying, IS. On that note, would it be a smart idea to go buy all these 2 to 3 giant silver plated plates and stuff from thrift shops, get refined, or is it not a high enough percent? That stuff is probably gonna be 925. Chad, what I would do is I would call refiners near you and say, hey, are you guys buying old 925 stuff? A lot of times they don't like the dishes, because like with knives and forks and candelabras, they have like other fillers in them. It's just very little silver. So I'm guessing if they were gonna buy it, they just want it to be like solid plates and stuff, but I would call a refiner before you did that. If silver keeps increasing, can it affect the stock market? Yeah, it can affect the stock market, sure. Think about this. Think about it from the shortage and industrial demand. Think about the EVs and iPhones and all the stuff that have to use the silver, which means they're gonna have to either eat the cost or raise prices, and what that might mean for their shareholders. It could be bullish or bearish for a company. It could be bullish because they could increase the price, people pay it, and then all of a sudden they've got a little bit extra on there and they're generating more revenue. It could be bearish because people don't want to buy it at the expensive levels. So yeah, it definitely could affect the stock market. Northampton West, one of our brothers from across the pond in England, thank you for being a channel member, saying 90% is history. Once it's melted, it's gone. So it makes it rarer, so many more face value. Yeah, I agree with you on that. And guys, thank you for the one gentleman that became a channel member tonight. I do a channel member only live streams called The War Room. What happens in the War Room stays in the War Room. And I will be back to my normal streaming setup tomorrow. So we'll probably do, most likely, don't quote me on this, depends how tired I am from the trip. It's a long drive. But we will most likely do a War Room tomorrow evening for all the channel members. I have a silver tooth. I was wondering if why this guy kept eyeing me today. That's funny. Any other questions? Guys, make sure you subscribe. I'm giving away a lot, a big hefty amount of silver soon. If we break 50,000 subscribers by January 1st, I'm giving away 17 ounces of silver, 5 of that donated by Junior Bacon at Cheeseburger, 5 from Alaska Prepper, 5 from myself. The other day on a live stream, I issued a 2 ounce silver bounty that you guys achieved. So that brings the silver to 17 ounces. I'm gonna be giving away to you. 5 ounces of copper, thank you 3D Woodworks, and some gold, but we gotta hit 50K by January 1st. Can someone get me an update? Go to my channel page. How many subscribers am I at? Have we broken 49,000 on this live stream? Let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you, Dana. Yes, please smash that like button. Okay. Jay Quest is saying, how would you prioritize 90% silver versus rounds, if at all? For someone who just started stacking earlier this year. Jay Quest, they've both got their use cases. What I put in my 5 mistakes video, my top 5 mistakes, is I wished my entire stacking career I just followed the deals. I just let the deals dictate my buy. I learned over the long term that is the wisest way to do it. So here's what I'll say. If I was a brand new stacker and had no exposure to silver, and if I could get constitutional, otherwise known as 90% or junk silver, at or below spot, say I had $1,000, I would spend $500 at the at or below silver, the constitutional silver. And the best of that to stack are the dimes. 1, there's less wear on the dimes. 2, they're barterable. And 3, during normal times in the past, they've carried a higher premium than the other 90%. So I do $500 to the 90% if I could get it at or below spot. And then I do the other $500 to whatever I could get as close to spot possible. That's 3 nines fine. That's what I would do there. Again, not a financial advisor. I made a call today to all my ex-girlfriends and asked to get the rings back. That's funny, Wheel of Life Cycle. Wow, we're at 48,900 subscribers, guys. That means we're less than 100 subscribers away from 49,000. Can you guys please subscribe? If you think you're subscribed, check, because YouTube will unsubscribe you to test, to make sure you want to be subscribed. So please check, please subscribe. Can we do it? Can we hit 49,000 subscribers right here live from the back of a hotel in Boca Raton, hodgepodging a live stream together with printed black and white paper on the iPad? Can we do it? Normally I do something called the big show when we do that, but I can't do the big show from this setup. So I will owe you a big show, and the big show tonight is not me skinny dipping in that pool. I'm not gonna do that. International Stacker, I'll throw in $3 of junk silver if you hit 50K. Awesome, Brian. So you guys heard that, $3 of junk silver added into the pot. Brian, just email me at internationalstacker@gmail.com so we can work out the logistics. Okay, let's see if we hit it, guys. Can someone go check the subscriber count again? We might have just hit it, let's see. Because that could literally mean we're 99 subs away or 10. Okay, awesome, thank you Lefferty for subscribing. Just know that YouTube will randomly unsubscribe you from people. So your top creators that you like and channels, look at the subscribe button every now and again because you might be unsubscribed. Backflip into the pool. You know what, Freedom Flag poll? That is a good question. Who bought physical silver today and how much did you buy? Put that in chat. Man, we're so close to 49,000, guys. Wow. Jolly Lollipop, thank you so much for the $5 super Lester chat. Really appreciate that. Happy New Year to you, the illustrious Mrs. Stacker and the diminutive Rat Stacker. Thank you so much, Jolly. And Zeph is saying, International Stacker, the U.S. defaulted on its debt in 1861 and again in 1934 with Liberty bonds if anyone wants to learn history. Wow, thanks for that, Zeph. I'll look more into that. That'd probably be a fun video once things calm down. There's a pawn shop in Florida maybe near you that has been buying lots of silver coins. He may have some for sale. Thank you for that information. Someone got 4 ounces. Someone bought a pre-64 quarter. Someone got 10 ounces. Why we're not talking about backwardation, Rob's asking. Rob, we've talked about backwardation multiple times on the stream. That's why the title of this partiality is the market's broken. Current silver futures is 72.89. Current spot on a big green candle is 73.76. So what was that, 72.89? So we're about 80 cents in backwardation. Remember, that's when the silver futures price is cheaper than the current spot price. Now, that means that people want silver now. They'll pay a higher premium now for a contract later. And that usually signals tightness in the physical silver market and the big bank vaults, not your coin shops, although they're having problems too. But the COMEX, LBMA, Shanghai Futures Exchange, etc., their vaults and illiquidity. That's what that means. So we have talked about it, but that's a little bit of a mention again. Hey, Explore America, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Paid $84 for a buffalo, says Iron. Hey, at least you got some silver. Truth or nothing at dropping the hold the line. Yeah, the SmackDown is filling, guys. And like if you've been watching this channel, you should have known that was coming. We've been talking about that. But look at that, the gap up, the SmackDown, and we've got a nice trough here moving up. I gave you guys 3 watch out situations to watch out for this morning on the Walk and Talk. I'm gonna be doing a Walk and Talk live stream tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna be giving you guys more watch out situations to look for during tomorrow's trading day. I'm also gonna update you guys on anything that breaks overnight. I've got filters and searches and alerts that I get all the information overnight. I'm gonna aggregate it for you, let you know what happened, to let you know if anything more broke, and I'm gonna break that to you tomorrow on the Walk and Talk. We're gonna look for gators on the walk and Talk, then I'm gonna hit the road and beeline it down to Key West, Florida, and I will be live streaming my normal good setup tomorrow evening from the studio. You like my channel name, IS, fits this occasion. Oh crap, what's next? That's funny, that is a funny name. International Stacker, what time does Tokyo and China open? Tokyo opens 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it already did. And China opens 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 28 Baby Shark, IS, the only things that are going to break are the banks for shorting. Yeah, I agree with you. Look for silver deals, folks, until, yeah, there's a lot of deals. And you guys, one of the deals right now is going to antique shops. You can get 90% for way cheaper at antique shops because a lot of them aren't staying on top of the silver market. So you can get that or maybe some old rounds of good deals. IS, says Chad, at what ratio would you at all consider trading silver into gold? You know, I've said a long time for the silver to gold ratio. In the 50s, I would start thinking about it. In the 40s, I might seriously look at it and action it. And we're currently at 58.9 to 1. So we just broke into 58, guys. We just broke into 58. Wow. But here's the thing. We're in such a structural shortage of silver. I still think at 40 to 1, I wouldn't do it. It's going to depend on what the market looks like. If I feel things are escalating quickly, I'll let you guys know when I decide and if I decide to do it. But it's going to have to be much closer than I originally planned, just the way that this market is materializing and how much the deficit of silver is affecting it, right? We don't have a deficit of gold, but we have an extreme deficit of silver that's mandatory for industry and is critical for the survival of countries. Literally, you can't have war without silver. Remember, in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, the calutrons used for the Manhattan Project had tons of silver from the strategic metal supply. It was loaned there, used to make the materials, and then taken and melted back down. We're at 74. Oh yeah, here we go, Pakistan Zinda. We just kissed 74. Let me focus that. And again, for you guys just joining us, my live streams are usually way better with technology. I'm just doing the best I can on this trip here. My laptop died, I forgot the charging cable. But we're currently at 73.97 on silver, but it just hit 74. Futures is still right, it's right over 73, so it's ticking back up. Shanghai, right now, silver 78.60. In Shanghai, that's the live Shanghai price there. And gold is doing some consolidation, 43.54. Any other questions, guys? Guys, please subscribe, turn on the notifications, please smash a like button. Can someone check my subscribers? Have we broken 49,000? I need to know. Please, someone check my subscriptions on my channel. Remote viewer saying, wow, silver's 101.15 in Canada. Dang, 48.9. Come on, guys. Subscribe. We're so close. That could literally mean we could be at 48.99. Man, we're getting so close. My thoughts on platinum. I still think platinum and palladium, there is short-term opportunity to make some money. I do. I am not bullish on platinum or palladium long-term. Why? Because industry. About 40% of the demand of platinum is from its use in catalytic converters. 70 to 80% of palladium is from its use in catalytic converters. And whether you agree with it or not, or like it or not, the world is moving more towards EVs. So what happens when the demand of millions upon millions of catalytic converters a year drops to a million or hundreds of thousands or just a handful of millions? What do you think is going to happen to the platinum and palladium price? So long term, not bullish. Long term, extremely bullish on gold and silver. Short term, I do think there's opportunities. Can I subscribe twice as James Moore? I wish you could, James. Thank you. Thank you so much. Guys, remember, if we hit 50,000 subscribers by January 1st, I'm going to be giving away 16 ounces of silver, or 17 ounces of silver, 5 ounces of copper, and some gold to you guys. 76 in 1 hour. Okay, Pakistan Zinda saying we're going to be at $75 an ounce in 30 minutes. And then she said 76 in 1 hour. Pakistan Zinda, are you a he or a she? Please let me know so I address you properly. How can 1.1 be watching a guy on an iPad sitting at a pool? Because we're the crustacean nation, baby. That's how. That's funny. Guys, please smash the like button. Please subscribe. Bought both gold and silver today, says our friend with the Arabic name. Mabruk, Mabruk, ya Habibi. Congratulations. And I'm going to try to read his Arabic. Hold up. It's Asal Majmuat, that means group. Majmuat Al Said. Al Said. Wait, no. Mejmia El Said, I think is his name. Guys, I haven't read Arabic for a long time. I'm trying. I learned it in college. I think I got that wrong, but it's close. 3D Woodworks in the house. He's donating 5 ounces of copper for the giveaway. Thank you, 3D Woodworks. Looks like we might make it. At a pool with a laptop. It's actually, the laptop's dead. This is an iPad. Hey, IS, try reading Chinese. I can't. I never learned Chinese. All I know is ni hao and shi shi. Proud of you for trying. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, what a wild time to be alive. Tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. The rest of the night tonight's going to be extremely interesting. London is going to be interesting. I'm going to be live streaming in the morning. The walk and talk, you're not going to want to miss it. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for that email. Okay, someone check the subscribers again. Have we broken 49,000 subscribers? We got to be close. We got to be close. We got to be close. If we break 50,000 on this stream, I will jump in the pool on the live stream. I don't think that's possible, though. That's why I'm saying it. I don't think it's possible, so that's why I'm saying it. If we break 50K right now, I'll jump in the pool, but I don't think it's possible. Man, we're probably so, I can't check my phone right now. We're probably so close to 49,000. That's funny. The world is waking up, says Top G. I've been stripping old wire, throwing it in a barrel. I'm about to 100 pounds extra cash. Awesome. Oh crap, what's next? Are you talking about copper? So you're gonna take copper, sell it, and then buy gold and silver with it? Toker FX, IS, what are you expecting for tomorrow? I think we could hit highs at 80. Here's what I'm expecting tomorrow. I'm expecting an attack of some sort in the morning. I'm expecting some sort of attack and tamp down. I think it's going to be short-lived. I think we're going to kind of continue what we're seeing here, this trough. I think we're going to continue higher highs and consolidation. So I think we'll have some sort of attack. I think it will get reversed pretty quick. I think by maybe a lunch rally, we'll start building up. But it's going to be bumpy. And you guys, I said this 3 days ago. I said it 2 days ago. I said it last night at Silver Dragon's live stream. You're going to have some intestinal fortitude in the coming days, weeks, and months. There's going to be things happening, probably more margin nukes. And I've got a video on margin nukes and what that means and how it was used in 1980 and 2011 and why it's not working now. So go to my videos, click videos latest, and watch the video on margin nukes. It's like 4 videos ago. It's going to be bumpy. We're going to get some bruises. We're going to get some bloody nose and black eyes. But if you've been following the channel for any length of time, this is structurally 180 degrees different than 1980 and 2011. We've got supply and demand on our side with the most conductive, most needed metal in history. I feel comfortable. Are those people still waiting, cash in hand, for when gold backs up under 2K? I don't know. I don't know. For every margin nuke, keep buying, says Silver Pug. Only thing that scares me is the big correction everyone is predicting for 2026, says Big Dummy. I wouldn't worry too much. Diamond Claws, baby, says Shotgun Susie. That's right, Shotgun Susie. I just want to know the lowest price tomorrow to buy 10 more ounces was going to be 20, but my hot water heater blew up. JS, I don't know. I would probably do, not a financial advisor, but if I was buying silver, I'd be doing it in the morning, tomorrow. At 74 again. Yeah, here we go. So let me get this focused. Come on. Come on, phone. It's not liking it. But we're back to 74, kissing 74. All right. Can we get one more check? Can we get one more check on my subscribers? Let's see if we broke 49,000 live here. Why I say buy in the morning? Because I think there's going to be an attack in the morning that's going to get reversed by lunch. Yes, I have 2 channels where I show my lingerie and fashion modeling experiences in the channel where I should crypto futures and precious metals. Interesting, Pakistan Zinda. Did you say lingerie? Lingerie, yeah, okay. Interesting. Mrs. IS would not like me watching that channel. What percentage of people in the US think hold silver? Less than 1%. Guys, if you own 10 ounces of silver or more, you have more than 99% of the world's population. Man, we're still at 48.9. Probably by morning we'll be at 49, guys, on the walk and talk. Okay, that's it. That's it for my update, guys. Oh, here's, okay, Pakistan Zinda's other account. Thank you, Pakistan, for subscribing from that channel as well. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be live tomorrow morning for my walk and talk. I'm going to give you guys several watch out situations and top things to know. If you just joined the stream, you need to know the 4 things for tomorrow. Watch the stream back. I say it in the very beginning, then somewhere in the middle. Very quick. Watch it on double speed. You'll get through it quick, but it's stuff you need to know. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream and get some sleep so I can get up in the morning. Then I got to do the walk and talk, then get on the road, and then I will see you guys tomorrow evening as well for market close. And most likely, if I'm not too dead, we'll do a war room. How's that sound? Thank you, everybody. Smash that like button. Really appreciate it. And I guess I'll say, catch you on the next one.